Good morning, art buddies. Hello, hello. Welcome to Bricolage with Pink Girly. Boy, we've got some early arrivers today. We've got Peggy in the house and Melody and Joyce. Good morning, girls. There's Gail. Good morning, good morning. I was just thinking I should have brought my colored pencils out here. So at some point I'm going to need to go grab those. I was just, what was I doing? Oh, my sisters were here. We were celebrating my birthday. Everybody was on vacation during when my birthday happened, and as us girls have gotten older, we've tried to do a little something special for each other. So, um, the girls came over Friday, and my one sister was asking me for some stamps, so I had pulled all my, folders out with my stamps. What? Not my folders, my, like, 3-ring binders with my stamps in them, and this picture fell out that I had sketched a while ago. And I thought, well, it might be fun to finish this up. So I've called it Funky Owls. Now I don't think this was in my brain. I think I saw something like this. This has been a while ago, and so I mimicked the image. And before you arrived this morning, I just started to put down some watercolor to hopefully not make it too difficult to see, and I started to put in some of the eye color, but it's just, I guess it's not really showing up too great. I'm gonna put my phone on and just, try to get an idea of how this looks. So how is everyone? Oh, I've got to put my sound down. Sound down, sound down. The heat has returned here in Jersey, but we've got a beautiful day. I don't know. We might take I think today's the last day our pool is open. Might be. Or maybe it's already closed. I know they're closing it early. Everybody's up in arms because we're having a heat wave. There's Kathy. Good morning, Kathy. So let's see. What am I after here? I'm going to try to find there we go. Let's go there. Let's go here. I just want to see how this is. I can bring my camera down a little too. Oh yeah, that looks pretty horrible. Well, hopefully, as I start getting some more color on here, it'll look a little better. So I'm using my Inktense watercolors because I'll probably do some doodling and some other stuff on top of this, and I don't want my base colors to move. So the Inktense, in case you were not aware, is a brand of, it's by Derwent, and it's a watercolors that once they're dry, they're permanent. So then you can put other media on top and your color's not going to move. Kath says she just got back from a walk. Yeah, before it gets too hot. Good plan. Good girl, keeping with that. And she's got laundry going. Oh my goodness. Peggy had to put the air back on today. Yup. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We had all the windows open yesterday until later in the day, and then it started to heat up a little bit here. And let's see, I think I missed Janet coming in. Good morning, Jen. There she is. Good morning, Janet. So I'm just going to continue here. I think what I want to do is, after all is said and done, come in with a stencil and maybe stencil some of the background. I'm wondering if I do that. Perhaps if I do that, that will help some of the striping. Let's try that a little bit. Let me pull out my, so I'm just going to get going here. Um, I didn't have the last out on. I put him on this morning. So let's see. Now down the bottom, I'm trying to make it look like, this is part of a whimsical village. So I'm going to have some treetops, I think, here. This is supposed to be the top of a tower of a castle. I've got a flag here, but I think I'm just going to pick out a basic kind of probably go to one of my Tim Holtz ones, because there wouldn't be any leaves or anything, flowers or anything weird up in the sky. So let me just get something. I do like this so very much. Let's try this one. Hey, Ange, you're awake? I thought you'd sleep in. We were up late last night. I finally crashed in my chair. I told Kathy I was going to watch a Midsummer Murder, but I was too weary. Okay, so let me pull out. I want to use one of my blue oxides because I just like the way they go on. Let's get 2 different blues. And I can always add to this later should I want to. I don't want to get too up close to the... Hey, Stitchit, good morning. I'm going to move my mouse and hope he behaves. Doesn't give me any issues. You're cleaning? Oh, that's a dirty word in my vocabulary. Cleaning. What? All right, so I'm just going to take a stencil and I'm going to put some of this design back here. And I did do a little bit of watercolor, but it's not really showing up too much. But that's okay. I'm hoping it might be better for you all when it comes to seeing the image and I'm not really paying attention to overlapping so much. Let's do something dark down here in the corner. Oh, you can't see me. Wait a minute. I can't move my paper now because I have the stencil on. So sorry. So sorry, Uncle Albert. I have limited space here under my camera. So I just did a little darker down here. Now I'm going to put trees and stuff, I think, over top. And I'm trying to just get this little gritty part. Now I put the watercolor down first because I wanted to take away a lot of that stark white of my paper. Hey, Janice, good morning. I'm a hoot. Thank you. I know, right, Peg? You can see them a little better. So hopefully, let's do a little lighter up in here. So this is kind of Tamara Laporte-esque. I don't remember where I saw these owls. I wish I did, but I do not. This is how I usually roll. I get discouraged when I do something and then I just leave it and then either never go back to it or sometimes go back to it, you know, way past when I should. And then I don't remember anything about it. I should remember to, and I'm not good at it because I didn't do it with this, you know, just write on the back where I got the idea or the date when I started it. No, I don't do it. I'm trying to get better at that, but so my grands are starting school on Tuesday, so I got a chance to talk to them the other day, and they're most excited. My grandson is starting kindergarten. He's very excited. Oh, look, isn't that funny? I forgot I put some, I don't know if you can tell, there's a different color blue right there, and that's that's a triangle. I forgot I put some white paint on, some white watercolor on that, and that changed it. That's kind of cool. Don't mind me, I'm just mumbling. Mumbly. Put some dark over on that corner, and let's get some dark in this corner. And in this corner, we've got Blueprint Sketch. And in this corner, we've got Mermaid Lagoon. And these are the Tim Holtz Distress Oxides. And I think they'll probably move if I hit them with water. So I'm going to try to be a little careful. Good morning, Barbara. Now, if you need me to see something, please put it in caps for me. It's easier for me to pick up when I'm trying to keep track of the chat. I don't want to be rude. All right, so maybe that's a little better. A little better. And then I might end up really darkening these edges. Well, maybe I should think about doing that now. See how that, I think that's, I wonder how it would look. It'll probably get real schmeary, but let's try it. I mean, it's not like this is going to be hanging in a gallery somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's just going to go in a binder where I store me stuff. All right, so I'm going to get my prize ribbon distress crayon out, and let's just put a little bit. Let's try just down here in the corner. Let's just, I'm rubbing lightly because I don't want to see a line so much. Let me just see if I can. I don't want my finger too wet. Now I could use my water brush, which I may, because this isn't smushing like I want it to. Let's try the water brush. I'm not going to get it real super wet. Yeah, I don't miss school. You know what I don't miss about school? The thing I don't miss about school is packing those dumb lunches. Oh my gosh. And when I started, by the time we're older parents for the age of our kids, we didn't get married till we were in our 30s. And of course, I was back to work and we were doing okay. And our son didn't eat really much of anything, so he didn't necessarily want to buy lunch. So we were at a point where I said to my daughter, just buy lunch. Just buy. She didn't want to. Well, then I have to go to the cafeteria, and it's really like a nightmare in the cafeteria. So I'd really rather. So I had to pack her a lunch, and she got permission to eat in the classroom because she, of course, was an overachiever and took more classes and took a class during her lunch. So she grazed all day. So her lunch was stuffed. In fact, I think it was her science teacher, chemistry teacher told her he wanted to come back as her lunch because her lunch was always so amazing. Anyhow. Peggy, I am not surprised. I, at one point, started to do the little notes and stuff. Yeah, no, they didn't care about any of that. So that went out the window. What did Gil say? Gil said something about Oh, Kathy was the teacher, so she had the other end of it. I think Gail said something about packing lunches. Yeah, not my favorite. And I didn't ever have to pack my husband's lunch because he's always been self-sufficient and has always, he didn't need me to do that. So that really was a blessing because, oh boy. All right, so that doesn't look too terribly bad. I don't know when I'm going to get rid of that striping. Excuse me, Christine G. Good morning. Thank you for the hugs. All right, tickle in the throat. I'll show you in a minute. 2 things I got from my sisters. They got me this little elastic bracelet from Etsy. It's got these 2 little charms on it, and these are my grand's birth. Look at that. That's an emerald color, and on my screen looks orange. Isn't that so funny? I've got an April and a May grand. And I've got the bonus babies too, so I'm gonna add those on. And my future daughter-in-law's got 3 boys, so I think I'm gonna add them on as well. But look, I got a Phillies mug. Not a mug, a tumbler. A tumbler. So I was very excited about that. All right, so enough fussing with this. Let's get some color on the bodies of these owls. So if just come in, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a little sketch that I did quite some time ago. I think I probably saw this somewhere and was inspired. And I kind of want them to be bright and whimsy, but I do think I want to make all their eyelids maybe the same color. And I'm using this first, well, that might be good. This first layer. Hi, Marty. I'm just going to paint in my Inktense and let it dry. I'm probably going to have to use my heat gun. And I think I'm going to maybe do like their eyebrow part to just get an idea of coloring, like what I want to use. And then I think I'll go get my color pencils at some point. I don't think I'll have this finished today. I didn't put any of their feet in. This guy's eyes are a little different. Make that a little darker. Now I can bring my camera down a little bit if y'all think I should. Or want me to. I'm trying to hold my brush back a little bit so you can see. And then I'm thinking if I do a couple of eyes, maybe the camera will straighten itself out a little bit. There's Annette. Good morning, Annette. Oh, you're up early too. Annette was up with us late last night at the market. My Phillies had a disappointing game. Well, they've been nail biters. They've lost the last 2 games playing the Brewers. But they've been exciting, but they didn't end well for us in Philly. Well, I'm not in Philly, but I'm not too far. I know, right? I think so too, Annette. I said to Kathy last night, Ron's gone to bed, TV's on, got the ball game on, I got Keisha in my ear. Life is good. All right, this last guy made his eyes a little sideways, like a little, they look a little droopy. Droopy. I'm a spinner. Kathy's got great willpower. All right, now I did put some color in these eyes, and I want to darken up. Let me see if I can. Now I'm a, hey Aunt Beck, good morning. I'm a acrylic girl at heart. So the watercolors tend to be a problem for me, and I'm trying to kind of, thanks in it, trying to just get some. Now I can, of course, do a lot of this with color pencil after I get my basic colors in to do my shading. So what I'm thinking is Dar here? Good morning, Dar. What I'm thinking is I can maybe, I'll just put this all over, get this started and kind of get my colors mapped out, and then maybe just go to one owl and kind of try to finish him up, because this always takes longer than I think it's going to. All right, so this guy was orange eyes, which I'm not sure. I should just color the whole thing in. I probably will paint the background of the eyes with white acrylic so they'll really stand out. And if you're just coming in, I'm using, I should show you the lid. Let me show you the lid. My Inktense watercolor block. I do have, there are about different colors there. Derwent Inktense blocks. I do have two, I forgot about those. I have two. Oh, they might have some different colors. Let's just see. Let's see. Gotta get in the right drawer. I wasn't sure if I was going to want the Inktense blocks, and so I purchased a couple of their little travel sets, and then I decided to go ahead and get the blocks. Oh, I have the other one out. Here we go. Let's see. Maybe, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if some of these are different. Let's get some of this Jazzmatazz out of the way. I don't know. Is it better if I leave that sit there? Does that make it better? Or no, not really. Does it really help? Does it? Reader board. Oh, thanks, Barbara. Oh, Dorothy Cat. I should have known Cheshire Cat. I was thinking you were a Alice in Wonderland fan. Okay. So now I've got to decide, well, let me put in, so I pulled out a piece of this watercolor paper just so I can, that's not black. Let's see, maybe this one is. Yeah, I'm going to do these pupils, I think. And hoping that might, now, and before I finish, I probably am going to go in to the eyes and put like Sharpie pen. So the black will be real bold, but I'm hoping that if I do this now, it might straighten up how it's recording and coming across for you guys to see. This guy, his eyes are looking down. And this one, he's looking over, kind of a little shifty. So this one looks a little shifty. So I mentioned before, I like to watch these reels late at night. Oh my gosh, and I get this one song stuck in my head almost every day. It's driving me crazy. Is Janet out? Okay, Janet is off to take a nap. She'll watch the replay. Thank you. I would appreciate that. Have a good nap. Oh, naps are wonderful, are they not? I have a girlfriend who says she can't nap. I think she probably does nap, but doesn't realize she's fallen asleep. This guy's eyes are a little wacko. That's okay. These owls are fun. Fun owls. All right, so maybe that'll help a little bit. And Becky's out too. Okay, she's going back to work. Thanks for popping in, Aunt Beck. Have a great day. Oh, do you, Gail? Yeah, you're probably younger than me. I I have no problem nodding off. Okay, so now I'm going to put some color on these, what I'm calling their eyebrows, trying to just determine what colors I might want the owls to be. So, this is like a magenta type pink. Heather Doodlebug. There she is. Hi, Heather. How are you? That pink's not too bad. Let's try this pink on this guy. Now, just kind of blocking these colors in. When I come back in with my color pencil, this will just help me not have to put in so much color. Take away that white look from the watercolor paper. So we'll do him pink. Let's do this guy. Let's just do some kind of a purple. Yeah, that might be okay. And I'm just trying to stay light. And face is about the same. I on my Hey, Dawn. Good morning. Ding, 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 ding. Why are we ding, ding, ding? Uh-oh. Buffering. Let me know. I keep seeing the screen blip. Let's get a little more of that purple. Maybe it doesn't really like what I'm doing. What if I keep my hand here, if that helps? Boy, I always think just when I think I have the lighting figured out, I haven't changed anything. I think I'm going to make the guy in the middle more of a brown bud. Let's see, 1, 2, yeah, 5. Let's do this guy on some kind of browns. This is kind of dark. The lighting's not too bad. Thank you, Gail. Oh, no, that's not brown. Look at that. That's kind of a, hmm. Oh, that's more better. All right, so let's do, and this one I'm going to do his body. See if that helps to get it where it's not washing out so much. Oh, I was a robot voice. Yeah, my screen blipped, so I guess it's my internet. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna make his tummy, I think this golden yellow. I should probably get a bigger. I have it sitting here. I should just probably use it, get a bigger and a flatter brush to maybe get a nicer coverage. Hey, Shaz, good morning, or good evening, good day. I'm not really wanting this to be streaky, but it's probably going to be. I am not comfortable with watercolor. I keep plugging away at it. I'm not, my sister showed me a picture that someone had done in watercolor, and it really looked like a photograph. Um, and I think of watercolor as, stuff that bleeds, real bleedy and watery. Hello, watery. I'm going to take the same gold color and kind of bring that around his face. I think I want to put a little bit, this is my Inktense face that I have off, paints that I have off to the side. So I'm going to mix in this. They have these little wells down here. I'm going to mix a little bit of this. I can always put more on. And Gail is still telling us technically Inktense isn't a true watercolor, it's ink. Thank you, Gail. Now, of course, this I have that blue underneath, but that's okay. It's all right. And this is going to be crazy up here because I'm just going to, at some point, use a pen and make those little feathery type marks. Coming around this eyeball. So anybody have big plans for the holiday? We don't. All right, let's see. Maybe I'll give this guy a rust color beak. Here is Grandma Angie lunch for today. Oh, you're killing me. That's my favorite meatloaf and salmon patties together. Yeah, see, I wouldn't. Well, I'm not. I can eat salmon, but I'm not a salmon person per se. Haven't acquired. To me, that's an acquired taste. But that meatloaf and mash. Oh my goodness, Ange, you're killing me with the corn and the gravy. That sounds super delicious to me. I think Hubs is going to do a little stuffing, maybe, and some rotisserie chicken that we've got. We might end up having sandwiches. I don't know if we're playing pinochle today or not. So I'm not picking up enough of this color for me. I want to get this a little darker. Maybe I should let it dry. Your nephew likes them? Marty says she loves salmon and the meatloaf. Yeah, well, I can remember, gosh, now my dad's been gone 10 years, over 10 years, 10 years. Yeah, over. And my mom's sister and her husband, my Uncle Carl, my Aunt Jerry, they would come to visit, and they were out of staters, so we didn't get to see them that often. And they were in town. Mom was making dinner, and my dad said, "What are you going to make when Carl and Jerry are here?" And Mom said, "Meatloaf." And my dad about had a fit. Now, my dad was a very mild-mannered fella. Never really said much about anything, was happy with everything. Meatloaf for company? You're making company meatloaf? But Uncle Carl loved it. I love meatloaf. You see, I just put a little bit of another layer underneath to give underneath his eyes a little. Kath said we're going to a community pork roast tonight, taking tomatoes. She wants to get rid of some of those tomatoes. Yeah, that's what my dad thought, Gail. It was not appropriate for company. A lot of times my mom was big on things that were easy for company meals because if you didn't do that, she said, then she spent most of the time in the kitchen fussing over stuff and didn't get to enjoy the company. That's why, after so many years of making like turkeys and things like that for Christmas, she said, "Nope, no more. Doing a roast. Doing a roast." Yep, she started food. Kathy said they had a bumper crop too, Peggy. Oh my goodness. My husband planted, he doesn't do tomatoes, okay? And he uploaded a video of our back patio. I'm going to see if I can put that on my community tab. I'm not sure if I can. And he's great with flowers and that kind of gardening, but he's not ever done much with vegetables. And we had trouble with cucumbers the last couple years and zucchini, so he's just given up the ghost on those things. And he always tries to appease me. So he buys like a cherry tomato plant. Every year I say to him, get like the little grape tomatoes, and he doesn't do that. He doesn't know the difference. He doesn't really eat the tomatoes, and he doesn't remember what I like. But the name beefsteak, that sticks in his head. So he comes home with this beefsteak tomato plant. And it's just me that eats them. So he just does the one plant. No, I think he had two. So you should have seen the first tomatoes that came off of this plant. They were so odd looking and looked so terrible. They were really freaky. So I'm thinking, well, I wonder how the next tomatoes will look. Well, here he pulled the whole plant down because I said they looked weird. Well, that's the end of that. That was the end of that. And this year he didn't even get any of the cherries. He saw a couple of plants come up from seed last year, so I got some little drippings of tomatoes. Not much. Oh, me too, Annette. I mean, I have said this several times, I think. When we were kids, we would just grab the salt shaker and go out to my dad's garden on a really hot day where the tomatoes were hot, pick a tomato and just eat it right there in the garden. It was like heaven. We loved that. Our dad always had a huge we had patty pan squash, which is a white skin squash, and lima beans sometimes. He would grow carrots occasionally. He tried potatoes, never did go with potatoes. Um, he tried lettuce. We always had asparagus. Hmm. I make yard sauce with all. Oh, what is that like, Annette? My mom made something we called tomato gravy. Now I know Italian folks call their sauce gravy, but this was different. But oh my gosh, could I go for that? Ay, 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 ay. All right, I think I'm gonna do. Oh, I see some brown I missed. This has got to be brown up here. Now I'm just basically base coating in color. I think I'm going to make the wings on this guy more of a rust. Well, that's not very rusty, is it? I think that's better. Get his little arm, if you will. His little winger. Oh, I've never, you know what? As much as I like meatloaf, I mean, and it makes sense to me because it's like a hamburger. But I've never had a cold meatloaf, never had a meatloaf sandwich. And I would never think to do lots of butter. Who doesn't love butter? Yeah, that's true, Cass. It's like a clean out the refrigerator kind of thing, right? My future daughter-in-law is saying, I'm thinking about grinding up vegetables and putting it in some stuff and then Brian and put it in tomato sauce. Well, he doesn't really eat tomato sauce either. God bless her. She thinks she's gonna change him. Not change him, but his eating habits. Yeah. Oh, I hope she's has a little bit of success at that. That would be lovely, but that stopped being my problem a long time ago. My son is super fussy. Doesn't eat fungus. Is anybody familiar with the melting pot? Does anybody have a melting pot near where they live? We had gone there one time with several couples from church, and gosh, it was so fun. Yeah, I'm hungry too. I didn't eat today. All right, so that's the start of that guy. Okay, I don't want to fuss too much. All right, so this guy I was going to make a pinky, pinky, pinky. So I'm going to go back over top and deepen those eyebrowy things. I got to watch my time. Okay. I'm pretty sure it's Tanya comes on after me. At least that's who I have in my brain. And I know Xandra is on later today. Ann comes on, Ann Lar comes on at 5-ish. All right, so let's make this guy's tummy. Hey, Angela. Hello, hello. Oh, that sounds good, Heather. Let's make his tummy the same color as his eyebrow. I'm going to grab this square water brush. I don't know, it's still not, doesn't look like I thought maybe it would start. See, on my computer screen, it looks very stripy. I was hoping some of that would go away. Did I leave my, no, I closed my, oh, there it is, YouTube. Yeah, it's still very stripy. It's like I'm working through louvered shades. And I think I want around his face like the lighter pink. So let's do around his eyes, kind of block this in. Just real light. Laura, that striped light effect is a phenomenon, and I've seen happen too many that stream videos. No one knows why it happens. Really? I thought I had, because I added this other little light above me, um, I thought maybe that was why. Keisha said something last night that I found very interesting. she was, showing beads, and the one set of beads really looked, blue. Now, I know blue and purple, you can't a lot of times tell on screen that it's purple, it looks blue, so I get that, I understand that, but what she said was it was her ring light that was doing it, which I found that to be pretty interesting. Um, I don't use my ring light because of this glass mat. It just makes a circle. I haven't found my ring light to be helpful. Oh, thank you, Ange. Oh, Angela VO. Yeah, I'm still wanting to chat with Angela about voiceover. I just my life has be not become my life is no longer my own for the most part. All right, making that beak pinky pink. Ready, pinky pink? Now let's go in with some of this darker pink around here, around the sky. Now I need colors for the end guy and this little guy. Anybody have an idea? Shall I go blue? Blue and green, maybe? Or like a teal? Teal color? Shaz said, Lori, not sure if I asked you. I want to get Tim Ink Distress Oxide. What colors do you suggest? Okay. I suggest to get them all. And that says blue and teal. Shaz, let me ask you this. What kind of art stuff do you like to do? Do you like to do bright things? Are you more vintage, primitive type stuff? Are you, is Victorian type style your jam? Or do you like, say, like boho? That's my first question. My second question is, how many do you want to get? How many do you want to purchase? And then I'll give you my unexpert opinion. Now I made that beak. Maybe I should change that to purple. Well, maybe not so much purple, but this is the color. Well, this is the color right above the pink in my tray. Because I went ahead and I want to put, yeah, I need that beak to be a little darker. Okay, so probably bright or pastel. Don't really have a particular leaning. Well, the budget says a few, not all. Well, I can pull some of mine out to show you. I think I tipped into the wrong. Yeah, let's get back into this. Um, the first thing that comes to my mind, of course, is the vintage photo because I use that to stamp words and I use that to ink edges. And that's now my sister Nancy, she's making cloth and crocheted pumpkins. They're absolutely adorable. And then she's a she went to school to be a florist, and she's very good at putting flowers and decorating pumpkins and, like the top of a buffet or your shelves. I mean, she just knows how to put things together. So she decorates these pumpkins and they look cute, and she wanted to put some tags on it. So that's why she was asking me for, if you were here at the beginning, I had mentioned getting out my stamps. She was looking for some fall type stamps that she could use. And she went to but she doesn't know about anything. She doesn't know about the Distress ink. She just knows I like Tim Holtz products. And so she bought Vintage Photo. It was on sale. Not all of his colors were. And she came home with it and was disappointed because it's so light. But that's what it is. Um it's not a dark brown. If you want a dark brown, you want to get the walnut. And I keep telling her, call me and I can tell you, what would be a better choice for what you are wanting to do. But she does not listen. Anywho, so then I showed her that's exactly what Vintage Photo is. It's a lighter brown. And to me, it's a nice base color to have. The other one that works in that same way to me is the Gathered Twigs. That's a nice one to have as well. But if you want pastel colors, um, the Broken China is a nice blue. But I can show you in a little bit. I got them in the drawer here. And we can do a little bit of a rabbit trail. All right, so that's a pinky. So now we said like a teal color. You're going to get minis. That's a great idea. The minis for the oxides. I don't think he has minis of those. Yeah, I think he may. Oh, he has minis of the inks. I don't know if he has minis of the oxides. But there's still the color is still the color. I like Bundled Sage. That's a light. Let's just take a moment. Let's do a rabbit trail. And I don't have a lot of his I don't have, if he's got new colors, I don't have those. This is Tattered Rose. Then you've got Victorian Velvet. That's more of what I would call a mauve, an old-timey traditional mauve color. Victorian Velvet. Then your bright, see, this is the Bundled Sage. Love this. Bundled Sage. And then here you've got a couple of the brighter ones. This is your Picked Raspberry and Squeezed Lemon. She's writing them down. Feel very cute. Very cute. See, I've got mine. I think I've got a set, and the Hickory Smoke came in one of those. I almost never use this. But if you're looking for a background thing to have, like if you do cards or want to shadow something, that's probably a good color to have. But I don't use that much. I love my oranges. This is Spiced Marmalade. Where's my other orange? I don't know. I just happened to get both of these. I don't know why I got both of these. There's probably some elderly confusion on my part. Oh, wait a minute, So I got spiced marmalade and carved pumpkin, which is silly. I mean, they're not a whole lot different to me. But I do like them. Candied apple. See, he's got like, I think he's got the barn and he's got the cracked campfire. See, I would love to have all those, but you know, I don't need them. Yeah, the yellow's nice to have. This is the candied apple. So these are older colors. Like I said, now he's got that. And I've got some of those in the crayons and stuff. I ended up with 2 shaded lilacs. Don't know how, don't know why. Evergreen Bowel. This is a kind of a blue-green. What did I do with my... I was just going to compare. Like, see, I think he probably has the... so you can see this is more of a yellow base. This is more of a blue based. Now he's got that woodland something, and he's got, here's the gathered twig. Gathered twig. And I just had my, usually vintage photo is out on my desk somewhere, but I don't see it. I must have popped that somewhere else. I was going to give you a compare that one. Somebody. Oh, you know what? I don't have that in the oxide. That's why. I've got that in the ink. And on the phone. And I don't know where I put it. But see, these got like frayed burlap and linen, antique linen. See, I don't use any of those in my inks because I have a hard time spreading the inks around and getting the kind of look I like. So I like my oxides. You know, if it were up to me and I was starting over and know now what I didn't know back then when I was buying all this stuff, I would just have a few basic inks and I would buy all oxides because I don't really know the difference except that I just like using these. I use the oxides better. Gathered twig. Aged mahogany. This is a darker burgundy type color. And then you've got your seedless preserves. Forest moss. I mean, I'm assuming he has all of his colors in these things. That's my extra shade of purple. Now I think I have them all out. Yeah, so then I've got my Mermaid Lagoon, which I really like. And I really like my Blueprint sketch. Yeah, me too. Me too, Angela. That's a good way to put it. For me, they move better and I can get an even coverage. The inks, I don't know. And it's probably me. They kind of like skid a little bit. I mean, they're great for doing edges. They're great for stamping, you know, your letters or your rubber stamps or your acrylic stamps. And the oxides, you know, you can stamp those too. But for me personally, the oxides are my go-to. So, I mean, the blueprint sketch is beautiful. That's what I used on the corners to darken the background of this piece I'm working on. And then I have the tumbled glass, which is a beautiful light blue. So, it just I think it's good to think about it because when I purchased these, I was like, "Oh, color, I just have to," you know, and, like, I've had them a long time, and I do have, uh, just I don't even know how, I think I've got the broken glass. There's a broken china too, but I thought I had broken china, but I guess it's broken glass. I guess I got broken china and something else. Um But it's nice to have a couple of the odd colors because every once in a while you wanna deepen something or you wanna, do something different. But I mostly use the blues I have, my bundled sage. Um, There again, the tattered rose is nice, but it's so light, I don't use that a whole lot. I'm glad I have it, but I would not buy it again. And I have the ink re-inkers. Depends on how much you use it. I have, I don't know how I got the broken glass re-inker, but I haven't re-inked mine. They last to me, they last forever. But because I don't use them constantly, now I have the re-inkers in the inks. Um, the black, the vintage photo. That might be the only Timmy ones I have. And yeah, if you take care of them, keep the lids on, they last mine have last really a long, long time. I mean, some of those colors, you could probably check when they came out. I mean, I bought them, they're old colors. I don't even know if they make them anymore. But, and then I decided with my StazOn, because I wanted to do more with those and because they are permanent once you get them down, I did get the re-inkers on my StazOn. That's a whole different animal there, but anywho. All right, let's see what we can do with teal for this guy here. I've got some pretty colors here on this. Let's spritz my All right, so I've got this choice. Oh, that's quite lovely. And that's more of a greeny beanie. Oh, that might be good for under his eyes. This one, I've got a lot of the light green is kind of gone over. See, now we're more in an olive tone mood. That's because you're not a freak like I am. And I wonder if that's the same. Well, it's kind of the same. Let's see. What does this look like here? Oh, I do see. I just love green. Yeah, that's more of an olive. It's like a gray green. Let's see if this is green. Yeah, but that's really dark, dark. Okay. All right. So let's do, I think this one around his face. Oh, I didn't do his eyebrows. That's silliness. Silliness. Let's get this really blue-green one. But sometimes, if you don't buy from Amazon, and I love Amazon, don't get me wrong. I mean, I have come to the conclusion I would rather stay home and do my art rather than go anywhere. It's really kind of pathetic. But anyway, so I do a lot of shopping on Amazon. But if you have a box store around you, which what you're in Australia, so I don't know how that would be for you, Shaz. Um, you can get a coupon here in the States, or they might go on sale, or even like Joann Fabrics, you know. We have places we can go online where they put the Timmy stuff on sale and you can get a decent price for them, you know. You just build up over time. I've done too now. I don't know what they have in Australia, but I've also bought stuff like this on Macari or Facebook Marketplace, eBay. People might sell, they might have passed and their family's getting rid of some of their stuff, or they changed their um, art style or whatever, and they're just, they're getting rid of some of the stuff that they're not going to use anymore. So that's something to also consider. Sometimes you can pick up. All right, I'm going to mix a little bit of this light green. At least it's somewhere to check, you know? I'm just going to brush a little bit of this crazy green on his tummy. How am I on time? A little after 12. Okay. But I don't know. I know it seems like I should know. I don't know. But I don't think I've seen the small ones in the oxides. And I guess there's a reason why they don't make them unless they've started to. Evil Bay and Evil Timu. There you go. You have to rely online. Yeah. Unfortunately. All right, let's water some of this down. Let's see. Let's put a little. Ooh, that's a lot of water. You know what? I think what I want to do is let's dry out one of these wells. Let's start at the very beginning. They can't make the oxides in the mini move to the. That's what I was thinking, Peg, due to the formulation. And I didn't know how to say that. Thank you. Yeah, because I mean, let's face it, it's they want to make money with these products. So, there has to be a reason why you can't find the small. And there you have it. All right, let's see if we can get this little guy going here. Let's start down here before I mess around the head. Oh, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Can you see that? Oh, good for you. Good for you, Marty. I fell twice. Well, not really. My husband was ordering stuff, which I was surprised. So I ordered once and then I thought, I'm not going to do it again. And then he's like, oh, I found this great place. Yeah, he's always a little behind the eight ball. So I added a few things on because a couple of things I got I did like, and they were only a couple of bucks, so I'm trying not to go back to that well. Update on the pencils I bought. Brute Funner Macarons 72 set laid down like Prisma softish. It's so funny. When you say that, see, I think I know a lot of stuff. I don't know jack. So I started with this academy with Bonnie Snowden. And really, with all the jazz with my mom lately, I haven't really drawn and used it in my membership's about ready to expire. So I don't know that I'll do it again right now because things are still a little crazy. But anyway, she uses the different pencils, which I didn't have at that point. She uses the Luminance and she uses what shoes? It's not coming to me. The Faber-Castell ones. Polychromos, that's it, polychromos, and Pablos. She doesn't use the Prismas. Of course, that's mostly what I had. So I bought a lot of the different pencils that she uses. And like I said, I didn't have them, so I wasn't exposed to those. And I wanted to try to save them just for doing my drawings. But more recently, because they're right where my chair is and they're convenient, I've been using more of them. And then when I wanted a color that I know the Prismas pretty much like the back of my hand, I would go get my Prismas. And when she would say that they were too soft for her style of drawing, I just didn't really get that because I didn't feel like the Prismas were soft. But now that I've used the others, I go back to the Prisma and my gosh, they like go on like they go on like butter. I don't know how I don't know how I didn't notice that before. Heather said, waiting on a team order, got stencils for 89 cents. Yup. And other craft items, great prices. It's so hard. Yep. Okay. See this little ring here? This little crazy thumb ring. I know it's crazy to have that kind of a ring on your thumb. It's a moissanite. It's supposed to be a moissanite stone, which they sparkle like crazy. And it's on silver. $16. I thought, when this comes, this is going to be so junky. My fingers are a little. Now it's set low. It's probably dirty. But come on, 16 bucks. I couldn't. I'm very weak, dear friends. Very weak. Prisma is creamy. Holbein, really, Marty, is even creamier. Yeah, I don't have any of those. Oh, okay. Brute Funner. Is that how you say it? Brute Funner? Geez, I never even heard of that. Oh, there's so much to know, isn't there? Isn't there? All right. So what did I? Oh, this guy's going to be purple. What color should I do this little guy? All right. Let's pick out a purple. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, blue. I guess I don't have anything blue. Am I blue? Thank you, Heather. Am I blue? Now that's down into the blue. This kind of is like that one, which it really doesn't. Macaroons, macaroons. That looks like a French word, or pastel. And they say pastel. I always said, not pastel, how did I used to say it? Um, pastel. Emphasis on the end of the, all right, so let's do dark. Oh, this is like a blue purple. It's okay. We can doodle some white in there maybe. Now I've got that little guy's wing right there. So you keep forgetting which color I'm dipping into this one. The second one up. Let's see. I've got dark here. Come down that way. My sisters always forget that I'm streaming. Just there's so much going on with our family. I just want to make sure everything's my niece took her 3-month-old to the mall, and oh, his wing looks kind of really out there. Let's make this one bigger. And got her ears pierced, so we got to see the video of her screaming her bloody head off. Um, I got my daughter's ears pierced when she was young, but she was not little. She was old enough to talk, and she was a pretty with it kid. My son was not. He wouldn't have been able to do it. But I forget how old Colleen was, but he said to her, "Do you want to get your ears pierced?" And she said, "Yeah," because she was tired of people calling her pal. Colleen didn't have much hair for the first 3 years of her life. And everywhere we went. In fact, one time we were visiting a church. No, it was my granddaughter. My granddaughter was the same way. She was bald for quite some time. And the kids were visiting with us, with Charlotte. Jack, I mean, she was little, so Jack wasn't born yet. And some man at this church came up to my daughter and said, "Oh, you ought to return that one and get one with hair." We were laughing. All right, so that's that little guy's swing. Now let's see if we can. My parents would not let me get my ears pierced. I couldn't get mine pierced till I was married. Really? I was allowed to get it done when I was 13. I'll remember it like it was yesterday. My cousin Kathy was a nurse, and she said, "I'll pierce them for you." So she brought home a needle from the hospital, and she numbed my ear with ice. I think I'm not sure what she stabbed. I'm pretty sure she stabbed it into the back of a potato. And for me, numbing my earlobe with ice was worse than the needle going through. So, were your parents upset with you when you did it after you were married, Gail, or at that point they were okay with it? Or she said if God meant us to have holes in our earlobes, they would have been there already. Oh, cute. All right, let's do this little blue guy. Let's see what color blues we have here. How am I on? I'm starting to run out. Well, not really. I guess I can be on till 2. Ooh, that's a nice blue. That might be a nice blue for this guy. All right, so I'm trying to decide what I want around the purple guy's head. See, I think this is that. No, that might be okay. Oh, sounds like hubby's home. Hubby, hubby. Get this, Lori. They happened to walk through J.C. Penney's store right as I was getting them pierced. Get out. That's when we say busted. Isn't that always the way? Oh my goodness. Sorry. Sorry, Gail. I know at the time it probably wasn't funny. Oh my goodness. That's hey Maria, hi. That's so that's classic. Okay, I'm watering down some of this purple over here. This might be better. Does anybody know who I mean when I say, I think I'm running out of water here in my brush. Yeah. Um, Now her name just escaped me. She's a comedian. She's got a southern drawl. Oh goodness, she's bleach blonde. My gosh, I watch Leanne Morgan. Does anybody know who I mean when I say Leanne Morgan? She's such a hoot. She's got 3 children that are grown, a son and 2 daughters, and she refers to her children as yummy. And she's got this Tennessee drawl, and she talks like this, and she talks about her husband. She refers to them as my children's daddy. And she has her children are just these 3 yummy children she got to have, and her boy is just an old soul. And she obviously raised them in the church, and he got himself a girlfriend when he went to college, and he said, "Mom, that's who I'm gonna marry. I'm gonna marry her, and I'm gonna tell you, Mama, the Bible says Tennessee, I think originally she's from Tennessee, but I don't know where in Tennessee, that you leave your parents and you cleave to your wife." And then she says, and then I said, "Whatever, show that boy the Bible." She's very funny. She's very funny. All clean stuff. But she cracks me up, especially with that accent she's got. Judy. Hi, Judy. Oh, thank you. My funky owls. All right, so let's put this. This is kind of not even here. I wonder if I have a pencil case out here. I've got 2. I've had to go to 2 pencil cases because I've got too many colors. Too many colors. Kel. There's Kel. All right, so let's grab more of this and let's do the Tum Tum Tummy. This color. Let's just mush some in there. And I know you're going to think I'm crazy, but I'm thinking about putting some. I love green and purple together. I'm thinking about putting green around this guy because I just think he's looking too purple. I'm getting I'm getting mess on the rest of my, getting mess on the rest. All right, I'm using up my color card here pretty well. Hmm. Yeah, I think I want that bright green. Let's go here. Now they're looking pretty messy. Now, if you feel like you don't want to draw an owl or a bird or whatever you're thinking you might want to put, say on an art page, just trace it. It's not like you're going to a gallery and you're going to be selling it. Just trace that baby. I think I want his tail feathers longer. Let's make these longer. Get some tracing paper. If you got some tissue paper, just put it on there. And then I use like this. It's like carbon paper, like us old girls remember that blue carbon paper stuff, but it's different because you can erase it and it doesn't damage what you're working on. You know, like that blue stuff. You put that on, you can't get rid of it. Um, and then just put it down on your surface. And if you don't want to dance around your figures, um, I need to put some other stuff in there. If you don't want to dance around your figures, you could put a wash of something down on your paper first, right? Just maybe some helpful tips. So if you wanted to try it. Okay, I'm trying to hurry up a little bit now. Gail said, even the old masters traced. Yeah. We're too hard on ourselves. I know that's how I used to be until I started to watch Judy Willingham. And she said, you know, you got to look at it. Look at a reference photo, give you some direction. Oh, that's the wrong color, Laura. But before that, I always thought you really weren't an artist if you looked at a picture. I thought you had to just sit down and carry on, without looking at anything. Okay, I'm wiping up some paint here. So, see, I already got my arm in it. All right, we're going to do this little baby blue. Now I have to decide which one I'm going to start fussing with. And by fussing, I mean outlining it, maybe doodling, shading it with colored pencil. To go get my color pencils. I love what smell? And the smell of roller paint, I miss that. Oh, you love the smell of the fresh. Oh, the purple one? Do the purple one with the green? Chess? All right, let's see. What other blue we got here? Oh, this is lovely. This is lovely. think I kind of, oh yeah, let's cover that up. Kind of made that a little bit of a heart shape there. Now, I am not too good of a doodler. Mimeograph machine. Yeah, yeah, that's the ditto machine. Yeah. Isn't it funny how some stuff like that really sticks with you? I'm getting uneven here in my coloring. Let's come around this way. Okay, Marty, thanks for coming. I appreciate it. Enjoy the rest of your day. She's probably going to go fix that meal. Didn't she say she was having roast beef or something? Oh, all right, I'm sorry. I'm twirling this one. I may be sorry I put that green on there, but oh well. They're funky, right? Funky, funky, funky. I got to do this little guy's head. I want more of a blue. Let's see if we can water this one. Well, that's my teal in there. Let's do it here. I just want a little bit of a wash, really. I didn't do his eyebrows. What am I doing here? See, this is when my friend Holly would have been saying to me, Lori, you didn't do all the eyebrows. She always kept me on the straight and narrow. She noticed everything. Oh, that's better. Bye, Gail. Have a great day. Okay. Is Stacy here? There she is. Hi, Stacy. Good day. All right, let's see. Dark. Let's do a dark, really dark blue. On this guy's wings. Get his little wing down there. And get his little wing in over here. Now I'm trying to remember where I might have my Prismacolor pencil case, and it's not coming to me. I know I've got a small pencil case out there, but I think I'm going to have to grab my other ones. They might all be out by my chair. I'm going to see. Come to join the party. My place pooped. Your poop, Stace? Oh, Judy. Me too, right? Oh. She was, Holly was a big part of my life. My live just sat there for a bit, so I ended. Oh, Stace, I'm sorry. Yeah, don't forget their feet. Yeah, I was going to put those in, I think, last, Peggy, because I might draw those in with, with my Sharpie pen and then just come back and do them like a dark color. But thank you. I appreciate that. All right, let's see. I think I got enough to get me. Well, no, I didn't do the look. I'm putting my elbow in this and I didn't finish the light blue here or the lighter blue. Let's see. Kind of went into his eyeball there, but I'm going to do white eventually around there. And I don't really want that so formal. And I got a couple of beaks to do too. Let's see. I think I kind of like this coppery. Let's get that beak in. And let's make this one darker. And let's see that blue guy. I think I need a more traditional color on this guy. He's really a light. All right, so I'm going to go grab my color pencils, so I will be right back. Will just take me a few moments. And I think that's all I'm going to need for, I'm going to put my paints up out of the way. Put that there. I think I can cap up my water brushes, at least for now. Kel says, why does the people owl have an orange tail, or is it something underneath the paper? Oh, maybe purple? Why does the purple... I don't see orange. Why does the purple owl have an orange tail? That's a purple owl, and it's green. I don't know why this is green. I don't know why that's not coming up green on the screen. Isn't that weird? It does look orange. Yeah. No, it's a bright green, guys. No idea. Isn't that something? Is that the one we said we were going to work on? Oh boy, I wonder why that is. I've got it. I missed in here too with my stencil. I've got to come back. Okay, just give me a few minutes. Oh, look, you know what? Shoot, I'm missing right there too. Hold on. It's the way it looks on the screen. Yeah. Yeah, it's very stripy. Yeah. I have that problem on occasion, Stacy. We were talking about that earlier, and it just hasn't cleared up, and I don't know. Green screen, that's great. I was looking at some stuff on StreamYard. Now, what do I want? I want that darker purple. Is that it? No. And there's all kinds of things back in there. Oh, I think that might be it. And there is one thing that says something about a green screen, but I don't know anything about that stuff. Or how you get a green screen. Like, I mean, I've no green screens. Like, I used to watch that Drew Carey show, him and all the comedians. They used to do the crazy stuff, and they would have a green screen behind them, but we would see. But I don't know. I don't know. I just don't know. All right, I'm going to go get my pencils. I shall be back momentarily. I'm just taking a quick gander around my room here to see if my Prismas are here. I don't see them. Oh, I'm so stiff after I've been sitting for a little bit. I have to go on the hunt for not for Red October, but for my color pencils. Believe me, I have plenty of color pencils. Okay. In this container, I've got my polychromos and my luminance. Ooh. And I've got a small amount of I've got a whole big case like that with my Prisma thing. Check background settings. Okay, Stace, I'll do that. Thank you. I'm sorry, I shouldn't call you Stace. I assume people always have a shortened version of their name and they like that. And I know that I don't always like that. So I apologize. All right, so this is True Green, might work for there. And I'm going to get out some of my purples. That one's not sharpened. This, I know, is what I want for there. And is that, are they two mulberries? Yes. Processed red. There's another color I want for that one. See, when I was putting the watercolor on there, I knew that's what I wanted. Stupid cold burst. Yeah, but I don't want to call you Luz. All right, what else do I need? Green, and I need a couple more purples, maybe, like, I hate to sharpen ones that I know I already have ones that are sharpened. It doesn't really matter. They're all going to get sharpened eventually anyway. And if you don't like me digging around, the sound of me digging around in my colors, I do apologize. There's my dark purple. I might have to. All right, so my goal is, it's 1:45 here. 2:45, no one in the place except you and me. All right, let's see. I'm going to try desperately. See, I'm seeing these other colors that might go with that pinky. We're just going to put those aside. I need a violet because I don't know where my other ones are. All right, we're going to start with this. Oh, I need a dark, dark blue, like indigo. Yeah, there's an indigo. And there's one with a crazy name, but I don't have too many of those, so that's probably in my other case. It starts with an I. Let's see, what is this? Oh, Copenhagen. Don't you just love Copenhagen? Ah, pencil down. All right, let's zip up this. Zip it up. I'm going to need a darker green. I didn't see any dark green in there. Okay, now please don't judge me. And I do aspire to be a color pencil artist, but like I said, I've kind of lost my way on that. Oh, look it! This is my Prismas. What did I do with my other one? I got my cases mixed up. Hallelujah. Okay, so this is what I'm looking for. So this is a nice purple. See, and then here's the purple. I don't think I have to sharpen that one. I'm looking for and not seeing, let's see, I want just a regular violet, I think. That's violet blue. You know, you buy a lot of sets of pencils and you get so many dupes. Oh my gosh, I got tons of violet blue. There's no one in the place except you and me. Green. I don't think this is the green I want. This is, oh, that might work. That's a peacock green. I was looking for a dark green, the dark green. I don't think Prisma has much in the way of dark greens for my taste. This might work. And I like my pencils sharp, I will say. I do like them sharp. Let's get this blue. Here's some blues. There's my dark green. Yeah, I wish I could find that blue I was wanting, but I can't. But alas, I can't. Yeah, Copenhagen, right? Oh, yeah. My other case is brown. I thought I'd put, but I think that has, no, I just don't know anymore, girls. That has not as many slots. So I guess I put my Christmas in this one because I've got more. All right. So let's go. This might be China. I think this is China blue. Let's start. Now, this is difficult for me because I don't have the right glasses on. I'm just going to come around and try to darken the outside of this guy's eye. And here too. This outside edge. Now, these, of course, are just regular pencils. I could have used watercolor and then going back in there and like try to blend those in, but hey, that probably would have been the smarter thing to do. Oh, I didn't get blackout. Blackout, blackout. Let's try to see if I can find. Oh, yes, it's a crafty miracle. This is Sharpie pen. Let's get that pupil in there, darkened in there. I didn't get out any golds or browns for the beak and the, so I might have to address that. All right, so I want darker color in towards the body. So I'm going to choose first anyway. I'm going to have to sharpen this violet because I didn't have a violet in that bag that I saw. And we'll see how this works. Now I got the watercolor pretty deep on this side. I'm going to have to find me a black. When I started working through the videos that Bonnie Snowden has available in her academy, she's a colored pencil artist. And she says, don't be afraid of black. So I'm trying to embrace black. Because if you've done any coloring at all, or you watched any of the gals or guys online that color, you will quickly realize that maybe this whole peak little tip of the wing should be dark. You'll quickly realize that contrast is what it's all about. So now right where the little fluffy feathers are coming in, can you see okay? I want to darken that. I usually like to maybe do like 3 different colors, a dark, a medium, and a light tone. And then maybe a little pressure where I want it darker. And then as I come out towards where I want it lighter, not as much pressure. Now see, I've got this next bird's wing. They're just chummed up right next to each other there. So I want to make that a little darker down in here. Let me. I could use that indigo. Indigo is like a translucent type pencil to me. I wonder if I have any black in here. So I don't always have all that much success with that pencil. So sometimes, oh, here we go. Goody gumdrop. Got me some black. Let me put my pencils over there. I'm going to give this guy a quick sharpen. And I don't know how much you'll be able to see really on the screen. But I'm just coming up real tight next to that green where I put that violet. I don't want to cover up all the violet. But I do want that kind of make that pop a little bit. And I want to dark up under these face feathers. Now, sometimes I use my dark purple, and I might use the indigo blue. I'm not pressing as hard as it might look. And then I'll come back in with that violet and just kind of smooth some of this out. Let's see what it looks like if I put a little bit of this light on top. Now, because I have that watercolor under there, Oh, Brenda. Hi, Brenda. Did I miss you coming in? Hi, Brenda. Brenda, you're so sweet. I just saw your message this morning. I haven't had a chance to respond. Oh, I'm so glad you're going to try that mouth. I would love to see how you make out. And don't be discouraged. Might take a couple. I was doing a couple more last night. They're so fun. All right. So now I'm just bringing a little bit of this dark purple in. Now let's switch over to the lighter. So I've got this lighter purple, and then I one of my favorite Prismacolors is this Parma Violet. And I'm going to use this around my owl eyes. Oh, thank you, Nettie. That's very sweet. I'm just going to go I'm just going really light because I don't want it to have too much of a line. Well, ideally, I don't want any line, if I'm being honest. Now, of course, these owls are to be funky. So that's why the color palette is so, kind of bizarre. Now, once I do that, can you see that dark circle, if you will? Now I'm coming back over top with my lighter value purple color. Just trying to blend that in. So I want them to have a little bit of now I could come back in with the dark violet. Let's do that. Let's just come in. Now I'm hugging up real tight to that line. I don't want to come out too terribly far. And I want that beak to pop a little bit, so I'm just going to darken that up a little bit. Hopefully, and hoping it doesn't look like a black eye. So now let's switch to the green. I've got my true green, which is really, I think, pretty close to the green I used here. Now I'm going to try to straighten up some of these lines that are a little wibbly from the watercolor. Now I'm coming out somewhat far with that green because this is my main color, my green. Just kind of evening out that. Now I would have to do a lot more work if I didn't have that watercolor underneath. Like I could have just colored these. Oh, that would have been too easy. So see, I don't want that dark. I think I'm going to go the light purple up here in between where his nose is. I'm just going to make that kind of sketchy out this way. So I want the top of their head to kind of look a little ruffled, kind of, Now kind of come back into these purple points and let's pick up the Parma. Coloring in the bottom tip of the feather pretty much. And you can follow this up if you wanted like to have more definition in the feathers in his face. I'll show you in a minute. Coming around the beak when she comes, yeehaw! And we'll darken around this eye. Now this is going on a lot darker than I anticipated, and that's okay because that watercolor underneath. I'm not an expert, you know? I'm just kind of fussing around with what I wanna do. And we'll come back up this way or coming out that way. Put some of the lines up in here. Make us create a hair. Let's get some done on this side. I'm trying to go pretty quick. We still have time before Tanya comes on. Now, is Heather on her way out? Did I miss Heather? I saw somebody say, see. Okay, bye everyone. My phone. All right, sweetie. Enjoy the rest of your day. Okay, Barbara's out. Bye, Barbara. Have a great day. All right, let's come back in with that light purple-ish color. You know, I didn't get white out either. White, I have come to love my white. I didn't when I first started to get back into coloring as an adult. I was thinking, what's the big deal about the white? But I've come to love my white for blending, highlighting. And I really don't know if I have any white in my might be able to find a little stub of the white. I pick this one up all the time. This is the gray-green light, and it looks like white to me. It is not. Oh, and this, I bought this Conti Paris. I think it's it's a pastel. It doesn't fit in any of my sharpeners. It's so fat. That was disappointing. I don't see anyone in there. What's that? Oh. Back to the big bag. Let's see. I try to tuck one on the ends. I didn't think to grab them. I wonder where my whites have gone. Oh, so no white. That's sad. That's sad. But she'll have to wait. I didn't pick up I have pencils all over when I color. I usually color at night when I'm trying to relax a little. I cannot believe that green is looking so orange. Maybe if I push no, still, how about that? All right, I'm going to take my dark green, and these are all Prismas, and this is called dark green, and I'm going to go up into those little pointed areas, trying to add some definition to those feathers. Right under the beak. You really should pay attention, or I guess think about where your light source is coming from. Oh, thanks, Peggy. And I don't really usually do that. I usually do dark on the left, dark on the left, light on the right. And sometimes I flip-flop mid-project. I don't know. This is whimsical, so I don't know that it matters that much. But when I pull down that dark green, then I come back over top with my original green color. In this case, it's the true green. And then for this one, just to show you in something different, I'm going to use the indigo. Let's use the indigo blue to come back up in here and try to really deepen that edge. It shouldn't really be too liney, you know, where you can see a definite line, which is kind of looking that way. Oh yeah, it looks like a brick wall. Why is that? I see what you're saying now. It's like it's like that green is see-through. That is so weird. I wonder what's causing that. All right, so let's go back over with that lighter green. See, I just keep fussing. Just keep fussing. Now I'm making it darker where those two colors are meeting. Now I have to start thinking about um, doodling and how I'm going to doodle this guy up. All right, I'm going back to the Parma and I'm going to come in here on this side of his little breast. The I'm not the best doodler. This is kind of off here, so I'm going to bring in that purple out a little bit. It's doodling is a little bit of a challenge for me. Yeah, trick photography without even knowing what you're doing. Bonus. And then with color pencil, you just keep going back and forth, adding layers of color to get it to where you might like. Now, if I had my white when I'm finished, I probably will go over some of this with white, but I want to I'm just using the edge. I'm just trying to hurry a little bit here. Don't do this at home. Just take your time. I'm trying to bring that medium purple color out a little bit. And this is lighter. Just trying to blend this in a little. And I'm just noticing up here, I want a little bit more definition here. Around his feathers, and then I'm going to pick up that dark violet. It's almost white out to that edge, which is good. Oh, I really, really, really want my white pencil. I'm just trying to think. I don't know where I have, because I know I bought a bunch of whites. I think Dee Dee had said maybe they were going to stop making the white, and I know I bought a bunch, but I have them stashed in a really good place. Oh gosh, I drew this on this paper a while ago. It's hot press. I know that, but I don't know what brand it is. It's watercolor paper, I believe, and it's smooth, so it's the hot press. But I drew these or traced them, whatever. I can't remember that either. I'm so sad. Such a sad individual. Let's do some of this dark purple. And I don't remember. Hey, there's N. Hi, N. She can't stay. She just got back from work. Oh, just thought I'd say hi. Well, that's very nice of you. She'll watch when she can. Thank you, N. Thank you. Now, the other thing that I'm going to want to do too, of course, this isn't anywhere near done. I want to take the darker blue color. So right now I have this China blue out. I've got Copenhagen there too, but see, I want to come on the outside of this because I use blue for my stencil for my background. And I kind of want to, and I've got some over spillage from the watercolor out here, which I don't really want. So I'm going to slightly start, not really outlining, but kind of. Uh-oh, I think I have to sneeze. I think I have to sneeze. Excuse me. Oh, oh, excuse me. All right. So, and then I'm going to do the same thing kind of in here to try to give some definition in between those little crazy little hairs. See, now if I come back in and go over this with some white, it'll kind of smooth this out a little bit. Now I can also, and I don't know if I will, but I could come back over and do some collage too. Add some tissue paper or some book pages and glue some of that down, some words. You can do all kinds of stuff to just make it more funky. Funky and fun. Thank you, Peggy. See. Peggy, are you having, I keep getting this confused. Are you having company? Is your company there yet? Peggy was busy getting ready for company, but I think I might have the dates wrong. All right, just bringing a little bit of this color out. And then the darker you make it, the more it's going to pop. Now, I didn't do my stenciling down there. That's like a gaping white. Wow, wow, wow. So I've got to come back and do that. Let's take the indigo. Just get up in there. Oh, Peggy, I'm so sorry. All right, we'll have to talk about maybe getting together. Peggy does a lot of different stuff, but some folks refer to her as Peggy Pockets, and she does amazing work. So I'm going to see if we can maybe work something out if she's willing to share. See, so that's starting to come alive. Now let me pick out, I want to get something brown and gold perhaps and address the eyelids. Now over here I have my mulberry, which is and my processed pink, which are two colors. She deep cleans in higher. I knew you were cleaning, and now he's not coming. That's such a bummer. They're coming to see you anyway. They don't care about deep cleaning, I don't think. We don't get no deep cleaning when you visit me. So I'm going to definitely use these colors for my little pink owl, but then I'm going to also use them on the eyebrows of this little guy. That's disappointing. It's bad enough when you do all the work and they don't come, but to also then, not get to visit. Then I'm going to come in with the mulberry and just darken that up a little bit more. Now I'm trying to hurry a little bit because I want to get to some doodling. If you have any doodle ideas, let me know. And then I'm going to use my dark purple. I love dark purple. Yep, your house is clean. Oh, well, that'll be nice. And then you can just relax. Yeah, I don't feel confident in doodling feather details, but I would like to do that. I would like to do it. I really, really want my white because I wanted to doodle it. Well, maybe I won't doodle there. I wanted to doodle in there, but I want to smooth that out before I do that. I'm going to smooth this side out. Just put some extra color in here. Now, I did purchase, and I did just see that. Where did I see that? This pen ink, the pink pen was recommended by Janet Young or Keystro. It's pretty good. So I've got that. And then I think I'm going to use, now this is a Sharpie, but it's not a Sharpie. It's a Sharpie. This is a Sharpie marker, but the fine tip. I'm grabbing another piece of scratch paper here. I really want to darken that pupil. I could get out my black paint. I'm trying to avoid that. And I want to put this blue up tighter. Now, I was thinking I'd come in with white acrylic paint, the whites of the eyes, but I don't know if I'm going to have to. They look pretty good. Oh, there's hubby. Hey, honey. You know where I have a little tray on my table tray by my chair? You could probably bring the whole tray. I'm looking for my white pencil, if you don't mind. Go next door for a couple of minutes to help with the speaker. Okay. Okay, so now I also need like a golden yellow brown pencil. For those eyelids, and then we'll just doodle. Oh boy, this is sad looking. Look at that poor little guy. See, there's some colors I just use so much. This is sienna brown. I use that quite a bit. Oh, I hope my white's in there. Thank you, honey. Oh, there it is. There it is. When I'm working on a certain project, I pull out the colors that I'm using and try to keep them like in a little tray. So let's blend this tummy a little bit. Now I'm thinking I'm going to use that white paint pen on the green feathers. I wonder if I put some white on there, if it's going to get rid of that brick. If anybody's watching the replay, for some reason, when I put the green on this owl, it's like see-through, and it looks like there's brick behind me, but it's not. All right, I'm going to really darken this side of the beak. Some black. And then see if I've got better colors here. So then I'm going to use this. This is a polychromo. Darken that side of the beak. Are you guys seeing this any better than before? Now I'm going to use this up here on this eyelid. I want it darker where it's hitting the eye and lighter towards the pink. Okay. See, and then I have these, I have all different colors. But see, I can come over with a lighter blue and start working that out. And I can also use my white pencil. Did I throw it back in here already? See, and I can just work that out. Work it out. Now, if I really probably, if I was working on this by myself, I would look up a picture of a funky owl. So that I could get the like feathering and stuff correct. And when I outline my little funky characters, birds or whatever, I don't like to do always like a straight line. I like to do like a sketchy kind of a line. So that's what I'm going to shoot for. So now I'm going to start outlining, I hope. All these little components of my owl. So it's not realistic. It's a pretend. And I think I want to exaggerate these so I don't really have to stay right close to the image. Can you see what I'm doing there? And your pens can get gunked up, right? So you have to be careful of that. Now I don't want to go across, that probably at some point will go across there because of the branch. This is off a little bit. I need more purple in there. Let's put some white. Let's put a little bit of white up here. Oh, that's not working. Lori, someone said earlier to remember the owl's feet. Yes, I will. I'm not ready to do those yet, but thank you. Yeah, it was Peggy. Peggy's always got my back. I'm thinking they're going to be dark. I'm just going to sketch those in. I'm looking for a dark piece of, what is this? This might work. This might work. See, if you're not moving, Lori's going to use you and write on you. Let's see. Let's see if I can get this. Thanks, Shaz. Okay, let's get this started. Let's get this baby started. All right, so let me think. I want to put maybe a highlight there and a highlight there, here. But I'm thinking on the screen section, I want to make like a plaid kind of a look. I don't know why that's in my, no, this is the teal. This was teal. And it has some green in it, but look, yeah, it looks like a brick wall behind there. What is going on? That's so funky. All right, so let's put a little highlight here. I'm smushing that a little bit there. Smush, 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 smush. All right, this is making me nervous, but I'm going to go for it. It's just, it just doesn't matter, right? Just kind of following across. I have no idea what I'm doing. Now I'm going to twirl this. And I'm going to start going this way. It didn't help it. It didn't make it. I wonder if I put. And nope, it's still, I put like a cardboard piece underneath its tan. It's still, I guess I should have picked a different bud to work on. All right, so now I've got those little hash marks, which you can't really see. I'm going to put some little random hearts in here. In white. Put one down here. One up here. Let me find. I thought I had a not a Sharpie, I might have put it away. I can get it out. A Posca, black Posca. Of course, you could stamp on, something like this too. If you had some images, you had some stamps or you weren't confident, you could put your own. You want to put a little shape of some kind, like a little flower or, oh my gosh, I have everything buried. I have everything layered and everything buried. You could use your Tombows. And if you were like me and didn't know what you were doing and bought the whole set of Poscas and then realized, I'm never going to use those, you could use those for something like this because there's, so many different colors. There's a thin, I'm just trying to think what I want. Now, see here, I have a purple Tombow. I'm not sure if I want to use that. That makes me a little, I gotta tell you, it makes me a little nervous. Just a little nervous. All right, let's see. I'm going to do this edge. All right, let's see if we can get those toes in. I'm nervous about this too. Okay, so I'm just going to do like claw. And I want some going this way. I know this is not, correct as far as how many claws they might have. It's okay. I'm all right with that. Let me see. This is a dark. Oh, this is sepia. They look like flower petals to me and not really feet. And then I'm going to come back in with some of that purple. And how am I on time? 1:35. Okay. Dark violety. And then I need to get that light purple. How to blend that out. And then I'm going to get my Posca because that's a darker black. All right, now I think I want to put, let's do some dots. Who doesn't love a good dot? They should be smaller at the bottom. That one I got really big. Don't do that. You may not like it. Don't do that. And I should always learn to do left and go to the right. Give him a nice pedicure. He needs it. See how this purple Posca looks. Let's see, what would happen if I just put some little dots in here? I'm just thinking at some point I would do something to this green. To make that, look green and not see-through on the screen. But it's not helping. Sometimes just a simple X is cute too. Let's just do some little X's along the side of his belly here. His feet look absolutely horrible. I'm going to have to look at a picture and see if I can fix those. They don't look good at all. I need something, I think. Now, maybe I should leave well enough alone. I mean, he looks not too bad. Let's see, I've got some oranges here. No, I need something darker than that. I need more of a sienna, I think, on the outside of this guy's eyes. Let's fiddle with this sky a little bit. Let's put a little bit of yellow. I still have a little bit of time right around the black. I'm thinking about putting a little sprig here with a flower coming out, but I'm still thinking about that. I'm still thinking on it. Pa 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 dee 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 ah da da dee 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 dee. Oh, I know. I know that doesn't look like what I want it to look like. I used this other color. Da, 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 dee, dee, dee. I'm going to come back with that China blue. Just kind of look like gremlin owls, don't they? Let's get that lighter blue. I didn't pull out because I wasn't going to do blue, so I didn't pull out. I probably would normally use a really light blue, but let's just go with this. Do some of his feathers. This might be periwinkle. Is this periwinkle? Blue. I don't know. I can't see. It's too much of it. Too much of the pencil is gone. Are you still hanging with me? No, I didn't see, Shaz, what you were asking. It was green paper. I painted this green with my green watercolor, and it's like see-through on the screen. And then it makes it, for some reason, it's making it look like a brick. She's a brick house. Okay, now I definitely have a line there. I should have erased that, but I did not. Where's an eraser? I'm not sure I can get rid of that. This eraser is humongous. Peg's still here. Thank you. It's funny how chat just really all gets quiet sometimes. And you can feel it. I can feel you. I can feel you quiet. Putting everybody to sleep. All right, let's do some little wild hairs here. Do some of this lighter blue. Oh, Kel's still here. How you feeling today, Kel? Hope you're having a good day. All right, let's get the China blue. I'm getting hungry, kids. We went out to dinner last night. My salad, oh my gosh, I should show you my salad. I sent Kathy a picture of my salad and my sister's. This salad was so high and built. Hey, Carol, I didn't see you pop in. Thank you. Um, you couldn't even really eat it. It was like falling all over the table. It was like a mile high. It's crazy. It's crazy. I keep putting this white back in here. See, and then I will come back in here with this darker blue and kind of define these face feathers, so to speak. Look at this dark around here. Let's put a few dark ones here. And then I would do the same, that we did with the other one. Come around this edge, deepen that up a little bit. I got that peacock blue here somewhere, I think. Was that the one that shot? No. I thought I left that out. I didn't see it. All right, let's do a little outlining, at least up the top of this guy, his head. Every once in a while, you need to rub your pen or your marker off on another piece of paper. Trying to do a light line there. And like I said earlier, you don't have to be exactly around these shapes that you've drawn. You can go over them. I mean, I think it kind of looks better and it just kind of makes it more whimsy. If you don't stay true to the exact line. At least that's what I think. And I'm just doing a sketchy kind of a scribbly. I'm making this really dark underneath here. His little eyelids. Let's give him some highlights in his eye. That might look more better. Oh, Kelly Ann's paper quilling. She does beautiful, beautiful work. All right, let's give this guy a highlight here and then here. I don't know. See, this is where I struggle. Like I would sit, I have a couple of books, go through the books, look for some doodle ideas because the doodle ideas just don't come to me. It's just not It's just not a natural thing. Now, when I'm coloring, like I have a friend that had said to me, I could never color because I wouldn't know what to color, what colors to choose. And that's like so funny for me. See, my neighbor's calling. I tell her I'll call when I'm done, and she doesn't listen. So I apologize. All right. So I'm thinking a heart here. Let's just color that in real quick. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm going to take my white and kind of smooth that out a little bit. Let's see if I have to kind of little feathery marks down there. That doesn't look too bad. I think I want to use my white up in the top of his head a little bit. And then maybe, it's very subtle. You won't see it too much. There. Maybe some little stitch marks on this guy. They're getting a personality. And you can put as much, of course, or as little of this in as you want. Maybe some little tiny specks in his eyebrows. So they just get, they get to be more and more fun. I think I want, oh, I have a blue. Let's see what that looks like first. Hey, Angie, hi. Cute Hooters. Thank you so much. I put a little bit of that dark. All right, so I think Tanya's about ready to come on if she's not on already. I think she comes on around now. And I'll fuss around more with these, and at some point I'll show you the finished piece because I got a lot to do with the trunk. I want to put some trees on the bottom here, fuss around with my tower. I've got a pennant here, but they're, they've got a pretty good start. They're looking okay. Those little funky owls. So thanks for joining me today. I appreciate you spending some time with me. It's always fun for me. I hope you enjoy it too. Thank you to the replayers. I appreciate you watching. Leave me a thumbs up. If you leave me a comment, let me know they're going to try some owls, or maybe you're going to try cats, and fuss around with them like this and make them whimsy. I would love to see them. I like to interact with you guys when you're doing stuff. Thanks for your support, and I thank my mods. They help me out so much. Thank you, ladies. Don't forget, take time to be creative and enjoy the journey. And I will see you next time. Bye, girls.